today's video, I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, I want to talk about the esoteric files, right? So, this is going to be a new series that I'm going to start on here as well. It's going to be called the Esoteric Files. I just thought of that name just now. And basically, it's going to be like, you basically like, you know how like my main channel, how I basically just drop like spirituality and shit. And if you like been like a follower of mine and you wonder, or if you new and you wondering like why you're not on your main channel, it's because I've been locked out of my main channel for about a year and probably like a couple months now. So that's why I'm not uploading on my main channel, because I'm locked out of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just to explain that. So that's why I have created this backup account that you're gonna see this video on. You're gonna see it on a few of my other backup accounts, but my main backup account is King 603 Joy 2.0. You see what I'm saying? So yes. So let's just get started. So basically, with the esoteric files, it's gonna be like my own interpretation of like spirituality and talking about things that's like spirituality that's interwoven with shit that you would call conspiracy, but it's not even conspiracy theory, it's more like conspiracy facts. Now, what am I talking about? So in the pilot episode, which this episode that you're watching right now is the pilot episode, and basically the shit is like this, right? What, like, okay, so like it's like so much shit to explain. It's like, what the fuck? So basically what I'm trying to say is this. So let's say like, and this aspect could be just put into so many different like fields of the world, and like, you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna take this just to like the urban so-called dictionary or urban community. Now basically what I mean by that is like when you see the shit that's going on, right, like that's been going on in our reality and shit, this is stuff that was going on through urban warfare. And urban warfare is basically just like a political term of basically like predominantly black neighborhoods. You see what I'm saying? Or predominantly brown neighborhoods. But like I've been saying, brown is brown, nigga. Like they try to say that darker brown is black, but if you put your phone up to somebody that's like my skin complexion, that's not black. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a darker shade of brown, light brown, tan, beige. Brown is brown. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so that's what they try to confuse it on. But with this urban warfare shit, it's like with all the gang stuff, this shit that's going on. A lot of this stuff is CIA. A lot of this stuff is FBI. Now, how do I know this? Is from doing studying and doing research. You see what I'm saying? And if you're from these type of areas, which I am, you see what I'm saying? I am from Chicago, and you grow up in these type of areas, you pay attention to certain shit. It depends on the person, but me personally, I pay attention to certain shit, and I just noticed a lot of shit was off. But as a child, growing up as an adolescent, young adult, you're not really peeping what this shit mean. You just know that it's obviously weird, it is off, but you don't know what's going on. A lot of people that's in these urban areas and shit, not everybody, excuse me, a lot of these people are agents and they work for the federal government. And remember, it's different branches of the federal government, it's different branches of state government, it's different branches of the shadow government and all that type of shit. But we're not even really finna get into that shadow government part. That's gonna be probably another episode. But basically what I'm saying is this. So, and this part of the federal government is more like they work in the field of shadow, because the work and shit that they doing is like shadow government shit. You see what I'm saying? But basically, in the urban community, if you see how like certain shit go down, like you can even just use like today's time. But I really want to take it back, because this shit been going on for a few decades now. You know what I'm saying? Probably a few generations, for real, for real. But basically this shit is all like it's all like just CIA warfare and tactics to keep a nigga down. You see what I'm saying? To keep a motherfucker killing themselves, to keep people destroyed. And also, you know, when certain people, you know, when they get arrested and shit, and it depends on like their status and their notoriety that's in the streets and their power. If this person is like like intelligently smart, you see what I'm saying, or intelligent, the motherfucking feds usually give these people some type of agreement where it's like you got to work for us, but the type of work you gonna do for us is working against your own people. But we need to use you as a face to get close to this type of target that we're trying to get to. You see what I'm saying? So, because you gotta think about it, these people, these feds and shit, they know that they can't get. You see what I'm saying? They know that they can't get or go into like. And don't get me wrong, they can go into these places and shit, but like come on, bro. Like a gang infested place, you know, like the feds and shit can't really go in there by themselves. So they send these criminals into these areas as spies or double agents, and a lot of these people they work with the government and shit. And it's funny because there was a show back in the day. I can't really think of the name of it and shit, but it was like but it was more on like a higher frequency and shit though. But this white dude, he was like a I want to say a white collar criminal or something like that. And he used to do like soliciting money from the government, and they ended up catching him and shit. And to get his freedom back, he had to work for the federal government. It's a name for the show. I can't really think of it, but it used to come on TNT back in the day and shit. And basically, the whole point of that show is they're telling you, like, right to your face that this is what they're doing. But most people think that certain TV shows are just TV shows, but it's really a message behind all this shit. And I gotta go find the name of that show because I used to watch it, but the dude was like some type of hacker, and he used to solicit money off the internet. And but basically what that means is he used to basically get money from people without giving them a service. So, for example, like he would just come up with some shit and just take people money and not give them something in return. That's soliciting. So basically, if you do something like what I do, like dropping videos, or art, or some type of content, like creation and shit, that's our service. You see what I'm saying? And people want to donate to that. That's what they want to do. But he was not doing that. This dude was doing some other shit, and he ended up getting caught. And then the feds, you know what I'm saying? They was like, if you want to get your freedom back, you see what I mean? You have to work for us. And this is a real thing, and this is what they're doing. So, like for example, and it's really, like I said, especially in the urban world, it's really a lot of they use your own people against you and shit. But this is happening in the real world too, not just in like prison and shit. This shit is happening in like just everyday life. Like this shit is crazy. And basically what I mean by that is like you got sellouts that's your own people, and you know what I'm saying? Like this is like everyday life and shit. It don't have nothing to do with like some type of conspiracy or something. But you don't know behind the scenes they could be working with some type of federal agency. You never know. But I'm just using that as an example. And that's pretty much what's going on in this urban, like so-called novel that they like to call it. Like a lot of these people that's in positions of power and shit, a lot of these people are government agents and double agents, and a lot of these people are invested in prisons. You see what I'm saying? So when they make a rap song and they tell you to go kill everybody, basically what that means is they basically, when you go do something stupid and you get arrested for it, these people who are invested in prisons, they get a check because the longer you sit in prison, the more money that the government or, well, yeah, the government, because you got federal prison, you got state prison. So if you're in a state prison, the longer you sit in there, the more money that the state prison gets. If you're in federal prison, the longer you sit, the more that the federal prison gets. It's all a fucking system. You see these demons laughing and shit, but they know because they probably invested in prisons. But a lot of these people are being set up, and the thing is, and a lot of these people probably don't even know they're being set up because, like I said, the government, the federal government, which is these higher intelligent people, you see what I'm saying? They use, like I said, criminals who get arrested, which is usually in this urban, and it's not all the time, but 95% of the time in this urban so-called novel, which is not a novel in real life. I'm just calling it that because that's what people call it. That what's we call it? That these people is being set up and shit. So, like, for example, bro, I'm telling you 100%, nigga, King Von was set up. And don't even just stop there in Chicago, bro. Like, I can take this all over. Pop Smoke was set up. Nigga, Juice World was set up. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, they don't have to shoot a motherfucker up to set you up, but they have agents and federal agents and CIA and shadow government members all around you. And sometimes they just use the face of your own people, or they use faces of pretty people and shit to get you. Like, they study you and shit. That's why they study you. That's why they study our buying habits and shit like that. To know what the fuck you like to buy. You know what I'm saying? They know what the fuck we like to buy so they can know what to advertise to you. So when you get on Google, the shit you was just talking about is an ad for it. You're like, what the fuck? I just said I need a new washing machine. As soon as I go on Google, they got ads saying that Walmart got these washing machines that's discounted. Duh, nigga, it's artificial intelligence. They can hear your frequency of your voice. So they put that shit out. You see what I'm saying? And that's the same thing that they do with these artists and all this, these federal crimes and shit. These people, like I said, they go to jail, they got notoriety and shit, and they might not even be connected to the music industry shit. They just got juice in the street or whatever. They're a powerful motherfucker, and they connected to some big shit, some big ass organization and shit that the motherfucking government is trying to take down. Best believe that nigga that they just arrested and took to jail, they're gonna. Mosquitoes, my bad. So they're gonna best believe that they're going to use the face of this dude to get closer to some other motherfucker that look like him that's connected with that shit. To use him as an agent to take that shit down. That's how that shit goes. I'm telling you. And like I was saying, that happened to so many of these people, like a Young Dolph, a King Von, a Pop Smoke, and I mean the list goes on. Juice World. Who else? Same thing. Even the same thing with Tupac. That's just come on, man. Like now they about 30 years later, they just now found the dude who was connected to it. Like you couldn't do that 30 years ago. Like you just now figuring that out. No, because it's the federal government and the CIA. That's what this shit is all about. Oh man, the head Come on, of course they had the federal government around Tupac. Tupac was connected to the Black Panthers. His mom was a high-ranking Black Panther member. So you think they not gonna have agents around him? Yeah, these dudes might be acting like thugs and all that shit. But they only doing that because they fucking feds. They have to play the part.